Here is a 1968 automatic electric Model 80, and this one happens to be in the, I think the sand beige color, and really good shape. I got this probably in 2018, I'm thinking. Never did a first checkout video of it, but I thought I would do a video of it, of me showing it to you. So this one, of course, automatic electric Model 80 in sand beige. And this one is in good shape. No scratches. Well, some scratches, of course, from wear and tear. No cracks, which is good. It's in full working order. And it's got an original number card here. And this phone comes out of Washington State. So this phone traveled all the way across the country to get in my possession. So it's a very good color to match any, decor. Very neutral color. It's actually a very nice shade of beige. I kind of like this better than the beige on the ITT 500s, with the Stromberg Carlson 500s of their beige. This one's a little bit more brownish beige. I kind of like that. It's a very relaxing kind of color to me, I think. There's no discoloration on the phone other than a little hair there. I dug this out of the housing out of the closet because it was apart for a while, so I put the housing back on. But you can see it looks a lot like, very similar to a Western Electric 500, but it has its own features that are unique to the 500. The dial is actually mounted on a spring, so all I have to do is push it down and push it up, and it releases. It's not mounted on screws. This phone does have a PC board inside, and it's not the potted network. The earlier models had the potted network in it, and this one's the PC board. And yeah, and this phone originally had a straight line ringer, which it still has now. So it rings. I just had to do a little bit of rewiring on it. One thing about these automatic electric 80s and also the 80Es is the back part here sticks out, or it's much larger than it is on the 500 set. It's more, it jets out further. And I always thought that was kind of interesting. So I'll show you or actually before I show you the bottom, I'm getting sidetracked here. So you see they have their logo molded right under where the handset sits. So on the cradle, it says Automatic Electric North Lake, Illinois, USA. So it's a USA made telephone. And of course, they don't make this quality anymore, obviously. So anything these days made does not match the quality of a telephone like this. And let me go ahead and show you the bottom now. We got a few stamped lettering and numbers. So the letter 80, that's the model. And the 2 zeros there actually stand for the color code. 00 is actually the color code for black. So this phone was originally black, or a black housing was attached to this particular base at one point, and it was replaced with a beige housing. It was probably taken to the refurbishing company, and the color was changed. And thank goodness it wasn't painted, because I can't stand painted phones, especially the plastic ones. It just doesn't look good. But what did they expect? They expect people to collect these phones, and they expect the phones that were painted to be used even up until today. So of course the paint was going to wear out. Anyway, here's the dial. It's I think it might need a bit of oiling again. It's been a while since I've oiled it. A lot of people say these dials sound like a coffee grinder, a meat grinder. Definitely could use oiling. It'll quiet it down a little bit. I've always liked these little chevrons here on the right under the finger wheel, as opposed to the little dots that are found on the Western Electric 500s. And of course, you got the alphanumeric dial bezel found here. So yeah, the handset They never put any markings on their handsets, but you got these fancy little seams here, which give it some nice edges here. And I've always thought the pattern of the holes here is definitely an automatic electric thing. You know, you even see the my what is it? My GTE Starlight from Brazil even has the same pattern of holes because it's GTE, but they were in Sao Paulo, Brazil. The automatic electric 80 was first introduced in 1954, and the production lasted until 1975. So the earlier models are going to have the soft, I think the T-Nite housings, and this one obviously, this is 1968, so it's definitely not T-Nite, it's the regular ABS plastic. The earlier models, and of course the earlier black models had, or were of course black, potted network on the inside, and the dials, you know, had the metal painted black finger wheel. And they also had the chrome plungers, and on this one it's the clear, I'm assuming lucite hook switch plungers, so they're going to be the clear ones. And you also had some rare colors that are hard to find, that are pretty hard to find. Is you have like a really interesting teal color, and they also had ones that were color models, early models, but they had the black dials on them. And they did the same thing with the Western Electric 500s because they were a competitor of the Western Electric 500. So next, what we will do is we will do the telephone demonstration. So we'll be right back. Alright, so now we will pick up the handset here. I'm going to pull this phone forward a little bit so I don't have to. Alright. Give you some dial tone. Should be loud and clear. We got to test the transmitter here. You can see the change of the light. That means it's the transmitter is definitely picking up as I speak into the handset. So we're good with the transmitter. So now what I'll do is I'll dial a few numbers. Okay. And for the best part, the ringer. Might need to adjust that ringer a bit. It's a little bit dodgy sounding, but that's okay. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Pictures are coming up next, and of course I will have more videos coming up. And thank you very much for watching.